sa masteral, ano pa ako 2 to 3 yata. 2 to 3 po yung subject natin. Pero baka po
Si-
gusto nyo pa namang kumain, yung mga
Sige po,
nasa
kakain muna
master.
kami po.
Kain po muna.
Babalik
Baka,
ko
Ma'am,
po.
ma'am Sherlyn, baka po kasi maano sila, yung, hindi pa sila sanay yung ganun sa atin noon.
Okay. Baka sila ma-empacho.
Opo. Kain po. Kain. Tayo nun kasi wala tayong bakante. Kain po muna. Tapos
Ma'am,
kung mag kaklase po si Ma'am May ng 1 to 2, o di 2 to 3 na rin lang ako. Kasi
Okay.
inisip ko din kasi baka hindi pa mag-adjust pa po kasi sila, ma'am. Pero sinabi na yun ni Doc, dapat kasi nung linggo fast tracker na talaga. May tinapos lang kasi hindi raw nabasa ng iba yung announcement.
Okay. And ano
Kaya,
kasi, so
kaya
hindi
end na
pala,
yung mga
ang
regular.
ang iniisip ko kasi, regular pa rin yun. Tapos, may mga ibang subjects lang yung fast tracker. So yun pala, ang regular students ay until 1 p.m. lang. So it is
yes,
until
Opo,
with Doc Leia.
yes po.
Dokleya.
Mm-mm.
Tapos si Ma'am May na po, na po, sa fast tracker na po siya.
Okay.
Katayo na, hanggang
Okay.
hours na po sa 5.
So ngayon, ang gagawin po nila ay kakain po muna kayo. Kasi
Kasi,
I guess si Doc Leia ay may ibibigay rin yata sa inyong something to do. So wait nyo
opo.
na lang po
O
yun.
hindi po siya makapasok ngayon din.
Oo.
Ma'am
Ano po
Shirley,
kasi,
So
ma'am,
relax pala kayo muna ngayon. Yung
ma'am,
sige,
mga fast
kakain
ang
muna.
tracker
plano
yung
ko
ang
po kasi,
ma'am, may clear ko lang. Hindi na kami babalik.
Good evening tuloy. Sorry po. Good morning sa lahat po. Pwede po magsalita.
sige po.
Pwede, ma'am.
Ang pag ko po sa schedule natin, parang kami yan dati regular students kami. Whole day talaga ang regular students sa Sunday. Yung fast tracker, halimbawa sila Engineer Romeo kasi ano yan sila, nagmamasteral. Kailangan nilang mag-fast track. So, they have to be in the class also until 5 p.m. including the regular students. Yan yung pagka-explain sa amin, kagaya namin dati, last year. So, yung mga regular students, I don't think naaalis kayo dito sa sa Zoom. Sabay pa
Ma'am,
rin kayo
may,
sa klase.
sila ma'am. Ma'am,
Ma'am
sit-in
Lynn,
na
may
Masteral.
I
sila.
answer your kan, ma'am?
Sit-in na sila doon sa
Hindi
mas.
na kami makakapasyal, ma'am.
Hmm.
At
Ah,
paliwanagin ko
Ma'am
lang po,
Lynn,
ma'am.
Ganito po, yung case po nyo, Ma'am Menel, last time, ay iba po yung case nila ngayon. Kasi sa ngayon ay kinonsize na yata yung mga regular students na klase nila. Hanggang 1 p.m. lang sila. Tapos yung magkakasama na yung 1 p.m. and beyond, yun yung mga fast trackers.
yes
Para
po.
Ma'am, kasi
Tama yun.
ma-eliminate yung
excuse me po, ma'am. Actually, itong mga subjects na 1 o'clock to 5 p.m., ma'am. Tapos ko na po to last last time. Kasi natakol ko na po itong mga subjects na ito. Sa akin lang ha, yung mga regular dati. Tapos na po
okay.
ako.
Mm-mm.
Pero syempre, nag-ano pa rin ako doon sa 6 to 7, 6 to 10 natin na klase.
Okay.
Mamaya. Kung ganun ang ano kung
Oo,
ganun na, yan, naiba na pala. Wala na ako
yan po
dito.
yung maganda po yung suggestion ni Ma'am Minel kasi tingnan nyo, nag-excel siya. Kasi kumbaga parang naulit na. So, kayo po, yung mga regular students, if you want to be well-versed of the chaplaincy, huwag kayong aalis. Welcome
Opo,
pa rin naman kayong makinig. Okay.
chaplain po yung pinaka-meet ko.
Ano daw?
Thank you. Hindi ako mag-alis.
Hindi
Opo,
aalis. Sino
mag-sit-in
yan?
po kayo.
Oo, sit-in kayo. Welcome po ang mga sit-in. Kami po,
Wala namang
iba,
bayad.
gumraduate na kami ng masters. Pero nagsisit-in pa rin po kami eh. Doon sa mga
Yes, ma'am.
nagmamaster ngayon ng divinity, At saka yung mga
Ito na,
ibang classes
ito na
natin
din ang
na
pastime ko.
nagsisit in pa rin kami kasi kumbaga sa adobo, iba yung adobong Bisaya, iba yung adobong Tagalog.
Yes
So,
po.
yun, ganun.
Ito na the best leisure time, ma'am. Walang gastos, walang plate, walang pamasahe. Nagli-learn. Learning is the best pastime.
Ma'am Sherin, pwede naman po mag-sit-in.
Yes po. Welcome po, mag-sit in. Pero ang ano lang, yung ang i-require lang ng, I mean, pagka may mga assignments or mga dapat ipasa na reports, yung mga fast trackers. Pero yung mga
Thank
sit-in,
you.
Pero kung aalis po kami ngayon, sa linggo na po ang balik namin.
yes po.
Every Sunday po ba ganun na ang procedure?
Parang gano'n na po. Kasi ano na siya new semester na. Meron lang mga subjects na hindi pa natatapos kasi merong mga subjects po na 3 units, meron namang 1 unit, ganon. Okay. So, ang mangyayari ay until 1 p.m. lang talaga yung regular subjects nyo. Pero yung mga fast trackers, magtitiisan tayo dito hanggang gabi. Okay? Any more question?
Wala na po. Ma'am Shirley, nasabit ko na sa iyo yung sa stress management.
Okay
Yung
po. Sige po. Ngayon pa lang ako magbubuklat ng mga messages. Alright, since wala na kayong question at saka si Ma'am Ramak ay mamaya pa magtuturo sa slot niya. So, may time po tayong kumain. Yan. Kasi
Thank you.
yung
Salamat po.
Kain po muna.
kami noon, hindi uso ang lunch break. Magbubukas kami ng laptop ng umaga, matatapos yan gabi na, madilim na. Lalo na nung yung very first batch ay meron pa kaming devotional. Yan, they are also graded sa pag-present nila doon sa devotional. So, madilim pa hanggang sa madilim na. Yan.
Ma'am, ilang batch na po lahat, ma'am, yung dumaan?
Alpha, beta. Yun po. 2 batch na.
2 batch na po.
Kayo po ay gamma na, no? Kasi yung gagraduate ngayon ay gamma. So, yung hindi fast tracker ay delta ba? Alpha, beta, gamma, delta. So, yun po. Yung mga regular students na 2 years niyong bubunuin. So, next batch pa po kayo. Yung gamma, ayan sila, Engineer Celeste. Sila yung gagraduate ng June. Okay?
Ma'am, yung mga nag-fast track po ba is enroll po ng 2024 o nung 2023 pa?
Merong ganun. Iba-iba po kasi yung case nila.
Okay.
Merong nag-enroll ng 2023 pa, merong nag-enroll ng 2024, tapos nag-backtrack, fast track.
Okay po. Thank you, ma'am.
Okay. Meron pa po? Any more violent reaction?
Yun sa akin, nag-pass na din ako yun sa stress management.
Okay, sige po. Mamaya magbubuklat ako ng messenger. Sige po, kain na muna tayo.
Okay, sige po. Thank you. So before we start po, let's pray. Our most gracious Heavenly Father, thank you once again for this beautiful day. Thank you that we are here again to learn more and be equipped for the ministries that you have prepared for us, dear God. Lord, thank you for calling us to work with you in your vineyard as chaplains, as counselors, dear God. And so, Lord, may we absorb everything that every lesson that you have prepared this day, and may we be wise to use it with the help of the Holy Spirit and by your grace, dear God. In Jesus' name, amen.
Amen.
So,
Amen.
ito po, mga natira po ay mga fast trackers. Ay, bakit yun?
Yes po.
Wow. Mga fast. Congratulations
Ay,
po.
fast tracker, di ini. Excuse me, fast tracker, di ini, ma'am.
Fast trackers na po ang maiiwan.
Ay,
Ah,
leave
so,
na may ma'am.
leave namin. Thank you.
Okay, sige lang po.
Pwede rin hindi mag-leave. Mag-ano na kami,
Check-in lang
lesson.
mo.
Alright, so our subject po para sa mga fast trackers, ito po ang ang ating first meeting para sa introduction to counseling. Okay, so ang counseling po na to ay iba sa counseling na alam ng karamihan. Okay, and so counseling, let's always remember who our model is. Okay, our ultimate counselor, a wonderful counselor. And so Jesus is our wonderful counselor, lalo na siya ang pinanggagalingan ng ating wisdom, ng ating care, ng ating love. And so when we do counseling, we must put our full trust in Him. And so ang counseling ay actually talking therapy. Okay? Imagine ang pagsasalita lang ay therapy. Yan. So, ito ay nangyayari as a confidential activity. Dapat nire-respeto natin ang privacy and confidentiality ng ating kausap, ng ating clientele. So, here, as we talk to them, we explore their problems, we understand their problems, and we resolve together. Okay? Hindi tayo yung magsosolve, but sila yung magsosolve. Okay? We will just acknowledge their solution to their problems. Okay? So, ang counseling ay isang kind ng psychotherapy. That means it's a therapy for the mind. Okay, so it helps people address and resolve their problems and work through their feelings. Mabigat po kasi ang feelings, no? It will really affect almost all areas of your body and mind. Ang feelings na yan, hindi yan po basta-basta. So, helps people address and resolve their problems. Yan. So, there's a difference between counseling and advice, counseling and guidance, and yan. So, ang counseling po ay hindi advice. So, minsan kung nagtatanong tayo, ano bang counseling? Ang una-unang nasasabi ay advice, which is, yes, technically sa English word, they're quite synonymous, pero kung sa medical field, medical science, hindi po sila parehas. Okay? Ang advice, it's kind of one way kasi ina-advise natin, binibigyan natin ng opinion yung kanilang problema. We're actually making a judgment kasi we're giving advice, we're giving solution to their problem in accordance to our thinking. We are making a recommendation. So that means, we're persuasive. Guidance, in a way, counseling is my guidance, pero one way din siya. Okay? So, we guide them. That means we are showing them the way, we are teaching them, we are influencing them, instructing them, teaching them, educating them. We are encouraging them. Pero ang counseling ay hindi po ganun. Ang medical counseling po ay two-way dapat, hindi one-way. Ano ibig sabihin nun? Di ba? Talking therapy nga. So, talking, hindi po tayong talk-talk doon. Yung client po ang nagto-talk. Tayo po ay listening. So, sa lahat po ng ating counseling classes, may encounter po nyo lagi ang active listening. So, yun po yung dapat nating i-develop. Active listening, active listening. So, this way, kung two-way siya, there's support. So, may supportive relationship wherein, kagaya ng binasa ko kanina, ine-explore natin yung problem nila through asking questions, by letting them vent out kung ano man yung nasa kaloob-looban nila. Ayan. And then from there, we understand their problems and we let them realize and resolve their problem. So, facilitating lang po tayo. So, yun po yung differences among these three words. So, sana po next time na matatanong tayo ano ang counseling, pag po natin gamitin ang word na advice or guidance. Facilitating po tayo. Okay. So, as a counselor, yan po, dapat we provide a safe and supportive setting, free from intrusions and distractions. Kaya po dito matututunan natin na ano ba yung setting ng counseling. So matututunan natin na dapat quiet place, walang distractions, yung cellphones nyo, naka-silent, mga ganun. Hindi transparent yung door, mga whatever. Ayan. Okay? Walang radyo, walang TV. Respect client confidentiality, nabanggit ko na po yan kanina kasi po they are human beings with rights. Okay? May integridad po sila, may dignidad po sila. Kailangan nating respetuhin ang kanilang privacy and confidentiality. Basic po na right nila yan. So, in conjunction to this, we also respect their principles, ethnicity, and coping resources. Okay, hindi po natin pwedeng ipilit kung ano yung paniniwala natin. Okay? And coping resources, yes, to every problem, there are many solutions that they can use. Pero kung ano lang yung available sa kanila, yun lang. Huwag nating i-suggest or ipilit yung hindi naman abot kamay nila. Ethnicity, of course, we have to respect them no matter who they are. Okay. Chaplains tayo. And just like Jesus, we are no respecter of persons. Refrain from being judgmental. Ayan. So kahit po marami tayong own beliefs, may mga principles tayo, we set aside those. Okay? Dapat it's all about them and not about us and not about what we know. And that means we avoid stereotyping or labeling. Ay, lahat ng mga Bisaya ay ganito. Lahat ng mga Tagalog ay ganito. So, no stereotyping, no labeling. Again, we are not to judge anybody. So, yan. Refrain from being judgmental. Parang na-rephrase lang dito. We must keep our personal prejudices. Kahit na against tayo sa political belief nila or sa religious belief nila, we don't insist what we know. So that means we must maintain impartiality, integrity, and reliability. Ito yung mga goals po natin. Okay? Dapat ay ma-facilitate natin yung kanilang pagbabago sa kanilang behavior. So kung sila ay pessimistic, no, negative thinker, sana man lang ma-facilitate natin na sila ay maging positive thinker. Ano sabi ko? Negative thinker, no? So dapat maging positive thinker sila. Okay, for a better change tayo. Kung sila ay laging bugnutin, laging galit, sana man lang maging masayahin na sila after our session with them. Yan. Enhancing one's coping skill. Yes. We need to help them cope with their challenges in life. Promote decision making. So dito, again, hindi tayo nag-a-advise. Dapat sila yung nagde-decide. Kahit nasabihin nila, anong mai-a-advise mo? Okay? Yung sasabihin po natin ay, salamat sa pag-trust sa akin. Salamat at tinanong mo kung anong ma-advise ko. Much as I want na magbigay ng advice, pero mas maganda na ikaw yung pipili ng sagot dyan sa kinakaharap mong challenge ngayon. So, I can only give options, but it's up to you to decide. So, tayo options lang po. Improving relationships. Yes. So, usually kasi kung itong mga taong nagsisik ng counseling ay may broken relationships. That's for sure. Maybe relationship from the family, relationship sa asawa, sa friend, sa anak, or kay God. Yan. So, usually ay may relationship problems. So, ang ating aim ay ma-improve yung relationship nila. And we must facilitate their potential. Okay? So, parang life coach na rin tayo dito. Aside from we are facilitating, we are also empowering them. Nagiging life coach tayo. So, parang tayo yung number one fan, ganon, cheer squad. So, ito pa, we aim to help our client na mag-adapt sa kanilang situation, which cannot be changed. Like, for example, death, di ba? Hindi naman natin mababago yung namatay na. Terminal illness, unless magka-miracle. Ay, oo. Pero, 1 in a million. Yan. So, we need to help them cope with their situation. Help them consider aspects of their lives they want to change. Ito naman, pag mga pwedeng i-change. Like, for example, alcoholic sila, okay? Or smoker, or drug user. So, they want to change. We will try to help them in that aspect. View their situation from a different perspective. So, dito na pumapasok ang empathy. So, hindi lang po one-sided yung tinitingnan natin na angle, but we must look in different perspectives. Okay? Maybe in accordance to their culture, to their religion, to their sexual orientation, di ba? Yung magkaiba ang babae sa lalaki, yung mga ganun. Create positive changes, ayan, naulit lang. Develop coping strategies, yes. Develop their full potential, ulit-ulit lang. Find their own solutions to their problems, yan. Diba? Inuulit-ulit ko lang po para talagang tatatak sa atin. What else? We aim to help our clients gain insight into their thoughts, feelings, and behavior. So usually, ang sasabihin nila yan, hindi ko talaga alam kung anong nangyayari, hindi ko alam kung anong gagawin ko, hindi ko maintindihan ang sarili ko. So gulong-gulo po sila. So we are here to facilitate their flow of thoughts para mas maintindihan nila kung ano yung nangyayari sa kanila, kung ano yung nararamdaman nila. Yan. So, yung tinatanong natin, anong nararamdaman mo ngayon? So, we will start from there. Anong nararamdaman mo ngayon? Pag sinabi niyang galit yung nararamdaman ko, wag niyong tanungin ng bakit, di ba? Never ask why. So, ano ang nagpapagalit sa'yo ngayon. Yan. So, kung ano yung sinasabi nila, doon tayo magbabase ng ating next na sasabihin or tatanungin. Okay? Wag tayong lalaktaw-laktaw or wag tayong kung saan-saan pumupunta. Yan. We help them grow and develop. Oo naman. Okay? We help them let go of their painful secrets. How? By letting them talk. Okay? When they vent out their burdens, surely it will lighten their load. When they feel and they see that somebody listens to them, actively listens to them, cares for them, they will really open up and let go of their painful secrets. Make informed decisions. Ito po ang pinaka-importante dito. Pag counseling, we need informed decisions. Meaning, kailangan magsasign up po sila ng informed consent. Okay? Na sila po ay kinakancel ninyo. That they agree to be canceled by you. Legality basis po to. Okay? Para safe tayo. We meant well to help, pero kailangan maging safe tayo. Manage life transitions and crisis. Yes. So we help them move on dun sa kanilang issues or challenges. Resolve personal and interpersonal conflicts. Yeah, how can they solve their outer conflicts kung mismong sa buhay nila, sa pamumuhay nila is may conflict within. So interpersonal conflicts muna. And then we help them set and achieve goals. So sabi ko nga, we are also life coaches. Take control over their lives. Yes. So ito yung pinaka-end natin. Dapat they will control their lives. Yan. So it's the proof of an empowering experience. Yung self-motivated na sila and they are committed to change. Yan yung dapat na result na inaabangan natin. And then, ulitin lang po natin, just to clarify why counseling is not giving advice. Kasi nga, pag giving advice, we tell them what they should do. And hindi po yun ang counseling. Kasi nagbibigay lang tayo ng options. Ayan, mga possibilities. Possibilities lang. And then, we give them the control to choose from those possibilities. Hindi yung, you must do this. I know someone. I've been through that also. Ganyan din ako nun. Ganito lang ginawa ko. Ganito rin gawin mo. Hindi po pwede ang ganun. Okay? So, yan. Usually, may mga tao na magtatanong sa'yo, anong i-advise mo sa akin? So, ibalik natin yung tanong. Ano ang mga options na meron ka? Anong mga ideas na meron ka? Tingnan natin kung anong mas maganda. Pwede bang mag-add-in din ako? At mga to, pwede ba sa'yo? Yan. So, we help them take responsibility na maghanap ng solusyon dun sa kanilang challenges. So, yes, advice is not that bad, pero whether lang natin yun gamitin. So, kung very confused sila, very overwhelmed sa trauma, pwede tayong mag-advise. Like, for example, uminom ka muna ng tubig. Di ba nag-advise ka? Uminom ka muna ng tubig. Or inhale, exhale. Okay, mag-proper breathing muna tayo para kumalma ka. So, it's not a bad advice, di po ba? You're advising him or her para ma-relax. Okay. Pero yung sa pag-solve ng problem is dapat sila. Or for example, napaka-reset ng trauma. Kunwari, may fire na nangyari and na trauma yung tao. So, hindi siya makapag-decide. Gulong-gulo siya kasi baka ang dami, may family member siya na naiwan sa bahay, na nasusunog, may mga hindi, nahirapan siyang i-let go na gamit sa bahay, pera siguro, alahas, whatever. So, as in, frozen moment siya. Talagang hindi siya makapag-decide. So, pwede tayong mag-decide na sige, ipunta muna natin siya sa may shelter. Okay, so that's, alangan na, antayin pa natin na siya yung mag-decide safety first. Okay, so in these aspects, kung safety first, yun na yung pwede tayong mag-advise. Okay, how about persuasion ulit? Hindi persuasion ang counseling. Excuse me. Kasi minsan parang, ano ba naman to? Ang hina ng comprehension. Meron yung mga ganun, hindi po ba? Sabihan ko nga to para matauhan. Okay? Hindi po ganun ang counseling. We must be patient. Talagang dito na yung patience is a virtue. Here is the patience of the saints na sabi natin sa group chat. Okay? Kasi when we persuade people, baka ang backfire sa atin yan ay mas malala. Baka mas damaging pa yun sa self-esteem ng ating client. Okay, ang persuasion is against his or her right to autonomy. So, ayan. Okay. Any pressure which is brought to bear on the client will increase conflict and so impede exploration. When we persuade people, mas close up sila and you cannot explore further. Imbes na mag-vent out sila, mag-open, they will trust you. Wala na. Pag pinipilit natin, hindi sila mag-open up. Exploring why counseling is not exercising undue influence. Binebreakdown lang natin kanina yung why not advice, why not guidance. So, may mga ibang tao, they believe that mga successful counselors are yung mga able to give solutions sa kanilang problem. Okay? Pero manipulation po yung ganon. Ulit-ulitin po natin yun ha, kasi minsan kung counseling talaga, ganon ang nasa isip natin, yung magbigay tayo ng advice. And advice is kind of manipulation. Yung influence doon generally unconscious, pero it's kind of manipulative. So, sabi dito, suggesting solutions is not part of effective counseling. Yeah. So, unang-una po kasi ay dapat sila yung mag-bring out ng solutions. Kagaya po kanina, di ba, yung question niya na, anong may advice mo sa akin? We will throw back the question na, what are your ideas? So, pag na-bring out niya yung ideas, okay na ba yan sa'yo? Or would you like me to add up? So, kung sabi niya, sige nga, then you will add up some and bahala na siyang mag-decide. Okay? Yan. There is a difference between exploring alternatives and suggesting solutions and manipulation. Okay, so suggesting solutions and manipulation, they go together. It's not good. So, ang ating deciding factor, sino bang nagbe-benefit? Ikaw or siya? Ito yung counseling. Ulit-ulit lang to. So, ito yung mga iba't ibang psychotherapies used in counseling, pero hindi na po natin yan i-discuss. Okay, so we have what we call psychodynamic approach. Ito yung as counselors, we get in touch dun sa unconscious nila by asking questions. Okay, so usually kasi ang mga tao na undergoing issues ay natitrigger ng kanilang unconscious. So we need to kalkal their unconscious. We bring what is unconscious into the conscious. Yan, para mas aware sila and they will realize na ito pala ang dahilan kung bakit ako nagkakaganito. Ayan. So, meron lang tayong babantayan dito. When we do counseling, we must be careful with these terms, transference and countertransference. Okay? Transference means yung client is natra-transfer niya yung kanyang feelings, yung behavior, yung desires sa iyo as a counselor. Okay, so for example, bata, tapos nakikita kanya as a parent, natra-transfer niya yung feelings niya sa'yo. Nakikita, parang nire-regard kanya na parent, lalo na caring ka. So, it's parang maganda, he trusts me, this kid trusts me, ganun. Pero hindi po maganda yun kasi magiging dependent siya sa'yo at magkakaroon ng more conflict sa kanya in the end. So, counter-transference, ano naman ito? Ito naman yung pag-react ng counselor in favor dun sa transference ng client niya. So, yun, yung bata, ni-regard niya yung counselor as parent niya, and dahil naaawa nga si counselor, nag-go with the flow siya. So, that's counter-transference. Or, kunwari, yung mag-asawa, nag-break up, nag-divorce, ganun, naghiwalay. Tapos, nataon na, kunwari, pumunta, etong babae, nag-seek ng help sa iyo, pastor, na pastor na chaplain. Okay? And then, nahuhulog na yung loob niya sa iyo kasi, very good listener ka, very understanding. Nasa sayo yung hinahanap niya na wala sa asawa niya. Tapos, as a pastor, as a human being, medyo nahuhulog ka na rin sa kanya. Ayan. So, that's counter-transference. Let's be careful dito. So, sa situation na ganun, like yung opposite sex attraction, it's really better na maging gender sensitive tayo, na kung ganyan, lalaki ka as counselor and babae yung counseling mo, mas magandang sabihin mo na pwede, lalo na kung may asawa ka, pwede ba na kasama ko yung asawa ko during our counseling session? And kasi iwas po tayo dapat sa temptation. Excuse me. Sa ating pagka-cancel, again, person-centered po tayo or client-centered. Ibig sabihin, it's all about the person and not about us. Again, who benefits, you or him or her. So, we get insight from their feelings. Malaking bagay, malaki ang ma-extract po natin from their feelings. Kaya kung patatanungin natin, anong nararamdaman mo ngayon? Or anong nararamdaman mo pag naaalala mo yun? Mga ganon. Marami tayong makukuha from that. Okay. So, again and again sa ating effective counseling, therapeutic counseling, itong tatlong ito, ang ating core conditions. Genuineness, unconditional regard, empathic understanding, plus non-possessive warmth. Wow, may bonus pa. And ito pa, ito yung mga principles of counseling. Dapat may acceptance, communication, empathy, non-judgmental attitude. Paulit-ulit lang po, confidentiality. Po. Ay. Individuality and emotional involvement. Ay, nakon. Yan. Ito muna, individuality. So, kahit po kunwari may na-encounter na tayo na similar situation, wag po nating sabihin na, oo, naka-encounter na ako ng similar na gantong sitwasyon din. You're safe with me, it's okay. Mga ganyan. Huwag po natin silang ikumpara sa iba because every individual is unique. Then, principle of non-emotional involvement. Yan. Diyan napapasok po yung transference and counter-transference. Okay? And it's okay to sympathize. Siyempre, tao lang tayo. Pero emotional in a way na yung may attachment. So, dun sa ating tawag dito, informed consent, unang-una pa lang, dapat andun na yung termination of, kumbaga, contract, parang ganun, no? Na kapag tapos na itong counseling natin is we're good, we're done. Okay? Mahirap na yung we will be haunted. Okay, principle of acceptance, ano ba yun? Okay, we accept them as they are. We see their personal worth, whether may nakita ba tayong negative aspects niya, positive aspects. We accept them of who they are. Okay? And this acceptance, mafe-feel nila yun sa ating facial expression, sa ating galawan, yung how we interact with them, yung boses natin, plus syempre yung words natin. Okay? So, from this acceptance forms, ay ma-feel nila na sila ay secured and they can be relieved from their anxiety. And they are secured na they still have their dignity. Okay. So sa communication, paulit-ulit na lang po, mas malaki talaga po ang ating nonverbal communication. Kaya we must be mindful of our facial expressions, tone of voice, yung movement, appearance. Okay, appearance, at least man lang kagalang-galang. Malinis, tingnan, okay? Eye contact, gestures, posture, verbal, 35% lang po yan. Pero kahit na 35, malaking bagay pa rin yan. Okay? So, sa ating verbal communication, yung words natin, choice of words, 7% lang yan. Pero yung tono, yung modulation, volume, okay? How high, how low, how fast, how slow you talk, malaking bagay po yun. Okay? Dito pa, breathing. Kaya po talaga tinuturo din namin yung mindful meditation, right usage of proper breathing kasi pati yan ay nababasa ng ating kausap. Di ba? Kung very, very fast ang breathing mo, ano ibig sabihin nun? Tense siguro itong counselor na to. Yan. Then, ganda nito. The best wisdom and care that good counselors have is non-verbal. So, kitang-kita sa iyong mata, sa iyong countenance, how you listen, and your tone, kung paano yung care mo, yung wisdom mo. And your very presence is caring, but God's presence is healing. So, alalahanin po natin na tayo po ay instrumento lamang. Ang Panginoon pa rin ang siyang nagbibigay ng healing, ng real healing and recovery. Ano po ang masasabi niyo sa picture na to? I know exactly how you feel na tamaan silang pareho ng araw. Ano? Ayos ba? Kahit sa chat po, ayos ba? Tama ba?
Hindi siguro I know how exactly.
Po? Sorry. Mahina yata yung...
Hindi po.
Hindi? Paano hindi po? They both feel the pain, yeah? Yes? Ano pa po? Ano pong pwede nyo reaction dito? For sure, they are hurt. Sino bang hindi masasaktan? Alright. Wala na, sirit na. Wala nang magchat-chat. Okay, so maganda naman itong picture na to. Yun nga lang po, it's about the word, I know exactly. Okay? Really? Ito mas mataba siya eh. Yeah, there's no two persons the same. Ito mas mataba siya, baka mas may insulation pa siya. So, siguro lesser pain. Ito medyo medyo konti ang fat. So, baka mas masakit sa kanya. O, di ba? So, other one is reacting differently body language. Yeah, he meant well maybe na he's trying to appease or alleviate the pain ng kasama niya na hindi ka nag-iisa. Ako din, nasasaktan din ako. Yun nga lang, we can never say that we know exactly how they feel. Kahit pa sabihin natin, kunwari, okay, yung kinakancel natin ay from a fresh breakup, tapos tayo rin nagka-experience din ng breakup. Hindi po natin pwedeng sabihin na I know exactly how you feel. Ako din na ako yung iniwan, yung mga ganon. Hindi po pwede natin sabihin yan because we will never know exactly how they feel because we are not them. So ano pong pwede nating i-change dito? Yeah, we cannot really feel their pain. So, pwede po nating sabihin na, I understand how you feel. Okay? I understand how you feel. Naiintindihan ko ang nararamdaman mo na masakit, na nasasaktan ka. Okay? Pero yung degree nung hindi natin masasabi na exactly I know what level of pain you are feeling. Yan.
Tama.
Opo. Diba? Okay. So, empathic understanding. Ito yung ability natin to feel with clients. Okay? Hindi yung feel for them, pero with them. Nakikisama tayo. So, we are in this journey together. Ayan. Ito yung ability to understand their feelings, their thoughts, their ideas, their experiences. Because we view their challenges from their frame of reference. Okay, we are putting ourselves sa mundo nila, sa shoes nila, kumbaga. Okay. So, yan, we step into their world as if you are in their shoes and without losing the as if quality. So, talagang nakiki-journey hand in hand tayo sa kanila. Okay? So, subjective experience on the part of the counselor. Oh. Kasi kailangan we must feel with them. Kaya subjective yan. Okay? Subjective versus objective tayo dito. So, we see their world as they see it. Kung naaalala nyo yung story nung kid with her mom, with his mom, nung nasa mall sila during Christmas time. Diba? Na, hila-hila ni mami si little boy na, ka na, bilisan mo na, mag-close na ang store. Bibili tayo ng gifts, diba? Para sa YouTube. Ba't ang bagal-bagal mo? Diba gusto mo ng toys? And mangiyak-ngiyak na yung bata. Tapos napansin ni mami na natanggal yung yung knot ng shoelace niya. Kaya mami bent down to fix the shoelace. And pagtingin niya sa anak niya, pagtingin niya sa taas ay doon niya naintindihan ang feeling ni little boy. Kung bakit mangiyak-ngiyak si little boy. Kasi everything around him looks very big, mga giant. Okay, para siyang lalamunin sa crowd. And then the bling-bling lights are so masakit sa mata. And the mall is not so amusing to him. Okay? Nakakatakot sa kanya. So, naintindihan ni mother na, I'm sorry. Iba pala yung paningin mo sa paningin ko. So, empathy. Okay. So, here are some beautiful responses. So, kailangan nating, paano ba tayo maging empathetic? So, kailangan alamin talaga natin. Paano natin malalaman? Magtanong tayo. Okay, we cannot just assume by just looking at them. Tapos kung may sinabi sila, kung hindi klaro, ulitin natin. Or we ask for further clarifications. Ganon. Tama ba ako sa naintindihan ko? Ayan. Ito yung pagkakaintindi ko. Tama ba? Sa tingin ko, ganito yung sinabi mo. Tama po ba? Yan. Same lang naman yung pagkasama ng English lang kasi kaya maraming ethnic. Genuine. Genuineness naman tayo. So, genuine tayo, honest tayo, kung aaminin natin na hindi natin naintindihan masyado. And we will be asking questions. Kung sabihin natin na, hindi klaro sa akin yung sinabi mong ganito. Pwede bang paki-explain pa? Pwede bang paki-kwento sa bandang yun? Mga ganun. So, medyo naguluhan ako dito. Ayan. So, we must be very tao talaga, hindi plastic. Very humane. Very, yung open ba talaga na ka-level nila. Hindi yung as a superior na nagtatanong sa kanila na parang FBI, nag-i-interrogate. No. We are shoulder to shoulder with them. Lalahanin nyo. Journey together ito. Okay. So, when we talk about frame of reference so that we will understand them, alamin natin yung kultura nila, yung beliefs nila, yung values nila. Okay, so for example, sa namatayan, ayan, namatayan siya. Tapos, yung sinasabi niya na, siguro nasa heaven na si mommy, mga ganun. Pwede mo ipa-explain na, pwede bang ibahagi mo sa akin kung anong paniniwala niyo, kung anong mangyayari sa tao kung mamamatay na siya. So, we must understand where they're coming from. At saka kung sinabi na gano'n na, ayun na nga, paniniwala nila ay punta sa purgatorio or ano, huwag po tayong mag-inject ng ating doktrina. Paulit-ulit po yun ha, huwag po tayong mag-inject ng ating doktrina. Andyan po tayo to listen. Yan. Yan, anong meaning nila? Kasi, lalo mga kabataan yan, ang dami nilang mga jargons. So, kung hindi tayo klaro doon, magtanong tayo, para sa'yo, anong ibig sabihin nito? Yan. Ano yung nararamdaman nila? Anong sensations nila? Ano yung So, senses meaning yung 5 senses. Ano yung nakikita, naririnig, nararamdaman na yung tawag dito? Sense of touch, o nalalasahan, naaamoy. Kasi minsan, di ba, kunwari, yung they lost somebody they love. Tapos sasabihin nila na naaamoy pa rin nila yung kanilang nanay na namatay na. Yan, sensations yan. Perceptions, ano yung mga perceptions and beliefs, parehas mga yan. Ano yung mga experiences nila, dapat malaman natin yan para mas maintindihan natin sila. Memories nila, yung mga feelings, thoughts and emotions and behaviors. Yan. So yan yung mga internal frame of reference, yung inner world nila. Diba sabi natin na dapat ay masolve muna nila yung internal conflicts nila. So from knowing all this, makikita natin kung saan yung kanilang internal conflict. Okay. So when we communicate with them, based from their frame of reference, yan, dapat ito yung mga i-consider natin. We must listen carefully sa kabuuan ng kanilang communication. Words, nonverbal messages, and voice-related cues. Pa-high pitch ba? Pabilis ng ang kanilang pagsasalita or pasad ng pasad. Ganun. So, it really pays to take note. Kaya in the beginning, magsabi na kayo na pwede ba na while we are talking, I'm taking down notes. Para hindi siya maasiwan na, anong pagsusulat-sulat nito dito na wala man lang siyang sinabi na magsusulat siya. Trying to identify the feelings that are being expressed and behaviors that give rise to those feelings. Ayan. So, kung ang lakas ng boses niya at nakikita mong galit siya, so, express mo yun, i-reflect mo yun na habang kinekwento mo yung nangyari sa bahay ninyo, napansin kong nagagalit ka. Dahil ba ito sa ganito? Yan. So you are identifying the feelings and yung behavior that triggers it. And then, we need to communicate an understanding of what the person seems to be feeling and same lang. Respond not by evaluating what the person has to say. So, huwag po tayong mag-evaluate sa kanyang sinasabi, ha? But, show understanding based from their frame of reference. Non-judgmental attitude. So, again, we must put down our glories, our presumptions, our beliefs to the closet muna. Okay? So, when we are appraising, kumbaga, evaluating them, ay huwag nating idama yung ating sariling kultura, sariling beliefs. Because again, it's all about them. Ayan. Objectively tayo, hindi subjective. Nararamdaman kong nagsisinungaling to. It's not about you. It's not about yung feeling mo sa kanya. Objective tayo. Kung sinabi niya yun, take note of that. Kasi minsan, yung mga may problema, hindi mo talaga masasabi na yung kanyang pinapakita ay yun na yung talagang nararamdaman niya. They can have many defense mechanisms. And you can be fooled. Okay? Don't judge the book by its cover. Sabi nga. Avoid comparing. Yeah, ito na yung kanina, no? Avoid comparing the client with another person who has a similar problem. Again, magkakaiba po tayo ng experience and unique ang bawat tao. We can never compare anyone to another. Yan. So, ito, confidentiality and privacy. What we say here stays here. Unless, kung suicide case, nagsabi siya na gusto niyang magpakamatay, nagsabi siya na may gusto siyang patayin, we cannot keep quiet on this. Okay? Diyan ang exemption dun sa privacy and confidentiality. If someone is hurting you, or if you want to hurt someone, or if you want to hurt yourself, we need to do something about this. Kailangan natin ng tulong. We need to report. Kasi kung namatay yan or may pinatay siya, ay nako, dala-dala mo rin po yan sa buong buhay mo. Yan. So confidentiality. Basic right po yan ng client and dapat ay we really give high regard to that. Okay? Dapat we discuss things with the client. Kaya nga po yung pag-take down notes nga lang, sasabihin natin na please don't mind me taking down notes. It's for my reference. Mga ganun. So that I can understand you better. Alam mo na, tao lang nakakalimot. Mga ganun, di po ba? And so confidentiality is two-way. So it's not just for you, but also for them. So confidentiality brings clients with safety and privacy, and also you, safety. Okay? Kung kunwari, you as a counselor, you were invited to a talk and maganda yung isang experience mo, please don't identify your client or anything na magpo-point out na siya yun. Okay? Kung gagamitin mo man na example siya doon sa talk mo, then general lang po ang pwede mong i-share. Hindi pwedeng yung magbibigay ka ng clue kung sino siya. And it's really good that during your counseling session, kung gusto mo na kahit na hindi, wala ka namang particular speaking engagement in mind, pero pwede ka na magsabi sa kanya na nga pala, pwede ba na kung sakali lang na may mga speaking engagement ako, pwede ko bang gamiting example itong case mo, but rest assured that I will not say your name, I will not say where you are, saan ang location mo, or any clues that will point to you. And so mas maganda na yung nagpaalam ka. So yan, never absolute naman yung secrecy niya, kasi yung sabi nga natin, if may hurting na mangyayari, then better not keep quiet. Okay. So, ano pa ba yung ano dito? O yan. Wherever possible, agreement to disclose should be received to avoid feelings of betrayal. Ayan. So, kailangan talagang two-way. Kung yung information niya ay magagamit mo sa any endeavors mo, maybe research mo, ganun, better talk with him or her. Okay. So, how about young people na yung mga anong tawag po natin dito? Minors. Diba? Yes, they have their own thinking and everything, but they are covered under the law. And we have what we call Gillick principle, kung saan when we counsel young people, okay, ito yung sinasabi doon, when the child achieves a sufficient understanding and intelligence to understand fully what is proposed, kung naiintindihan niya lahat ng mga kung bakit siya makakancel, ganun, then they're good to go. Yun nga lang, meron yung babasahin ko lang dito. Okay. Consent shall be obtained from the minor aged 15 to 17 years old under any of the following circumstances. So, pwedeng yung minor ang magbigay ng kanyang personal consent kung he or she is living independently. Kung yung minor is pregnant, so mami na siya. Kung yung minor is already a parent. Kung yung minor has suffered, ito naman sa pregnancy to. If the minor has no contact with parents or guardians. If the minor has clinical conditions that suggest infections with HIV. Yan. If the minor is part of the key populations as determined by the Philippine setting to, Philippine National AIDS Council. Yan. So, especially sa AIDS po ito, sexual ng mga minor. Okay. So, importante po talaga na we research on how to deal with every clientele. So, ang clientele natin, hindi lang po isa. May bata, may matanda, may babae, may lalaki, may from iba't ibang ethnicity. So, we really need to do some background researching first. Yan. Kasi nga, yan, may principle of individuality. Treat each patient as unique and respect his problem as well. Malaking bagay sa kanya yung bagay na yun, pero sa'yo is parang petiks-petiks lang. Pero hindi natin pwedeng sabihin na small thing lang yan, bro. No, we can never say that. Dirty. Ew. Yung anak ko kung ano yung kinakain. Yan. Ito yung non-emotional involvement. Okay, so do not get emotionally involved with the patient and avoid getting carried away with his or her feelings. Sabi, 10% of conflict is due to difference in opinion. 90% is due to wrong tone of voice. Hi! Kaya kailangang careful po tayo sa ating tone of voice. Ayan. So, next week, we will explore further sa what motivates people to seek counseling and other areas. So I pray po na itong mga principles na mga ito po ay mga basic po. Hindi lang po tungkol sa counseling ito, but also sa lahat po ng dealings natin as Christians. Okay? As Christians. Hindi lang as Adventists, but as Christians. Because we are followers of Christ. And Christ has upheld these principles when he was here on earth. After all, he is our ultimate wonderful counselor. So, ayan. It's already 2 o'clock. Thank you very much. That's our very, very, very first ano ba ang tawag dito? Lessons para sa ating introduction to counseling. Thank you very much po and God bless you all.
Thank you po. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.
Hello po, good morning. Good morning sa
Yeah.
bagong gising.
Hey, ma'am.
Good morning
Good
po sa
morning.
mga
Good
bagong
morning po.
gising. Alam niyo po ito yung nakakaantok na oras. Ano po? Ito yung holy hour. Kahit saan, kahit sa opisina, ito yung